Good evening. I'd like to welcome everyone to the East Dubuque City Council meeting. It is Monday, October 21st. I ask that you please turn your cell phones off during the meeting and please be quiet during discussions. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Twenty-four 1011, call to order.
Falcon.
Here.
Bergmeyer.
Here.
Dagenhart. Here. Mayor Digman.
Here.
Fleur.
Here.
Meyer.
Here.
Roby. Here. Attorney Hess. Here.
24-1012, staff reports, city manager report.
Thank you, Mayor. So you probably noticed the playgrounds are done. I'll be going back to that in just a minute. Be going back to that in just a minute. Fire station, I guess I'll just go to my picture presentation today. So I'll run through the playgrounds we had redone. Here's Hiawatha before and after. Here's 6th Street before and after. It's kind of nice. Clinton before, after. Livingston before, after. And you'll notice on Livingston they did some work for drainage to keep everything from getting washed out of there. So they also, on Clinton, they also did a little bit of a drainage swale off to the side to keep water out of there. So, and Peach Street before and after. So that came out pretty nice. This is the roof of the fire station. The masonry is complete. The roof is going on now. So this is the new roof. This is all the new masonry. The masonry is worked on. They poured that concrete cap over the top. And then this is like a blanket coming and covering over the top. So I just included a couple pictures of that project. So you can see it looks pretty nice. Oops, that's the next thing. So the next thing was they have to put the the metal cap on, sheet metal cap. In a command decision today, anybody who happened to be in the office got to vote, and the cap will be black. So that'll come down about 9 inches on the outside, be visible there, and it'll cap this whole part. So this is this roof ought to be in good shape for a very long time. So on another topic that we discussed at the last meeting, this is the back of the duplex. So he's stripped it all off. He's got the structure in. This is the rooms in the back. You can also see inside that was 4 feet high with junk before he started. He's got the whole house cleared out, part of the basement, and they were hooking up new electrical facilities today when I was over there. And so they'll reshingle this, and then he's working on the roof project. It's possible that we may get involved with TIF in kind of the facade sort of arrangement because, we'd like him to put on a good roof and take off the old roof as opposed to just repairing it to get by. So that's something that we'll deal with as we go by. Police recruitment. We've got at least one candidate who will be interviewed tomorrow. And so we're hopeful there. I guess I kind of messed up my numbering here. But for staffing, Maggie's last day was Thursday. And so we're even more shorthanded now. Luke is filling in for shifts while he is on family leave. So if you see Luke, and he's right there, thank him for sharing the time that he has come into him on family leave, because he's really stepping into the breach for us on that. So Luke, we appreciate everything you're doing.
Thanks.
Helping us out there. Oxford Street, Jill was able to identify some state funds to get us low interest financing for the water part of that project. So they've withdrawn the bids and are putting them back out again just to do it properly with the new funding source. But that opens up options for us and will save us a lot on interest and things on that project or others. Tomorrow, weather permitting, we'll be burning ditches, particularly the 3rd Street ditch. The purpose of that is there's a lot of matted vegetable matter down there, and the best thing that we can do to open up and get a better flow of water through there is to burn out the weeds that are in there, besides which it will just look a lot better clearing that out of there. So a number of weeks ago, they sprayed the weeds down there to kill them and let them dry out. And the biggest, most important part of that is that they're going to let me play tomorrow if I have time, because it's my drip torch. So, but if people talk to you about smoke, there may be some smoke. It shouldn't be for a long period of time, but there will be some smoke when they burn that and perhaps some other places. So that is my report.
Thank you. I just have a reminder for any of the business owners that hold liquor license to check your emails and mail for the 2025 liquor video license applications.
It's going to blow. Got through my report.
City Hall is haunted.
All right, back to the liquor license. Please check your mail and emails. Due date is November 25th, so that they'll be ready for the first December council meeting. And then anybody that has election paperwork out, they can turn in November 12th through the 18th, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., or call Pam for a different time. That's all I have. Alderperson report, Belkin.
Nothing tonight, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Bergmeyer.
Nothing tonight, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Degenhardt.
Nothing tonight, Mayor.
Thank you. Fluer.
Nothing.
Thank you. Meyer.
Nothing tonight.
Thank you. Roby.
Just one thing, there is a camper up on Montgomery, and I can't remember the address, but it's actually pulled in between two houses, and they have to drive up over the curb and the sidewalk to get it there. It looks terrible. I'm just getting a lot of complaints on that.
Montgomery?
It's on Montgomery. It's actually up around Pam's house. I think it's between Rich's, and it used to be Ruth Heller's. I don't know who owns that now. So it's like the third house, between the third and the fourth house down.
I did field a citizen inquiry on that the other day, and we do have it in the queue, but and this would be a good time just to let people know that as shorthanded as we are, we'll get to those things as we can if they are violations of the code, but we just have to have some patience too with where we're at, but we will get to those things as we can.
That's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you. City Attorney Hess.
Report, Mayor.
Thank you. Chief Kavasik. Thank you. Tony. Chief Heim? No. Thank you. 24-1013, speakers from the floor. None noted this evening. 24-1014, consent agenda.
Still move.
Roll call.
Belkin,
Aye.
Bergmeyer,
Aye.
Dagenhart,
Aye.
Fleur,
Aye.
Meyer,
Aye.
Roby.
Aye.
All right, we have the Halloween proclamation. I, Mayor John Digman, proclaim October 31st, 2024 as Trick or Treat Night for the city of East Dubuque from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. New business. 24-1015, discussion and possible action to approve an ordinance authorizing the issuance of general obligation bonds, alternate revenue source, in one or more series, taxable or tax exempt, of the city of East Dubuque, Joe Davies County, Illinois, in an aggregate principal amount not to exceed $4,500,000 for the purpose of financing the costs of certain capital projects within the city and the purchase of a fire truck and paying for costs related thereto in the city of East Dubuque. Joe Davies County.
All right, thank you, Mayor. So this is, as we've discussed, is the bonding that would allow us to work on the police and fire, the public safety building. And what we've learned from our council, who's here tonight, John, we'll get to in just a minute. The proposal going into this, it doesn't matter too much what you where you set the limit. It's when you take the money out and how much you take out in bonds. So we made the decision to raise the amount that we were talking about optionally. It's looking like the current estimates on the fire station, on the public safety building, are in the $4.5 million range. This is significantly better than the $10+ million that we were at a year ago. But it's still a very significant amount of money, and we are doing everything we can to hold that down. And we will, the plan is to finance as much of it through TIF dollars as we're able. But as you know, our TIF cash flow is still not what it ought to be. But if we, anything we use from TIF to fund this kind of has that dual purpose of financing the building from cash and preventing additional debt, but it also is a use of the TIF dollars that prevents us from having to repay it to the other units of government. So the first priority is to spend out of TIF. I believe that we can spend in the neighborhood of $1 million of the cost of the station from TIF. So I don't anticipate coming anywhere near the limit that we're talking about here, but because it's just setting the level, and because anything that we expand beyond the building itself, will be brought to the council. You'll get a chance to decide on those things yourself. The other thing was that we placed other things in the list of things that we can have the ability to finance. For instance, the truck payment that's going to be due in the spring when we get the used vehicle that we're buying. This gives us the option at that time, if we would need the cash to be able to add that to this. This is not a decision to add this to that. That would be a decision that would be made at that time. But by putting it in here, it gives us that option going forward in the spring. As I mentioned, our financial situation, our cash situation improves by not having to, when we wrote this, we were looking at paying cash for the Oxford Street water project, and that was going to make things a little bit tight in the spring. Now I anticipate that we'll be in a better cash position in the spring But whether we spend $1 on the truck or the station doesn't matter as much. It's how low we can keep the bonding level. The other purpose for having a higher level is that it does open the possibility for the city of capital projects that the council should want to do additional water projects or things like that. We have more ability to do some of those things. This is not a decision to do any of that, and it's not a recommendation to do any of that. It just, if we're going to do this, we might as well have the amount open. The other thing is that we're asking, while it's $4.5 million here, we are reducing the bonding draw that we were going to have for the trucks of $1.5 million. So by paying that out of cash generally, or we are not bonding for $1.5 million. So in terms of the net impact of this whole project, the maximum impact is a $3 million upper viewed that way for the project that we're doing here. If that makes sense, but we're not going to do the property tax bonding that had been passed by the voters, because that would have been an increase in the property tax of about 25%. So we're not doing that. This will be financed from our existing revenues. I believe that we do have the existing revenues cash flow to be able to fund this, and this will not lead to an increase in property taxes as a result. So, given our fiscal condition currently, we're in pretty good shape for taking this on. So, then I'll turn it over to John. If you want to explain the process here and where we're at.
Sure. Is that
Introduce yourself. So, we've got two new councils now, but John is on the bond creation and sales side, I guess would be, and then we've got bond counsel at Miller and Canfield who drafted this ordinance, and so those are the people who will be guiding us through this process.
Yep. Thank you, Bob. Again, my name is John Vizzetti. I work for Bernardi Securities. Starting to wonder why I drove 3 hours, as Bob did a pretty good job explaining to you what's going on tonight. I'm kidding, haha. But no, just to reiterate some things that Bob had mentioned, the ordinance that's in front of you all this evening is step one in a three-step process. The ordinance allows the city of East Dubuque to borrow up to $4.5 million, not a penny more, but certainly an amount less. And that period of time in which you can borrow those funds is predicated on when we get to step 3 in this financing, which will take place sometime in December or so, at the very latest January. So 2 years from that time is when the city can take out the bonds, again up to $4.5 million. And then the interest rate at that time will be predicated on market conditions, of course. As Bob had mentioned, there are a couple of different things. If you have a copy of that ordinance in front of you, it's the second whereas down there. It lists the actual projects vaguely defined as capital improvements within the city, including but not limited to capital improvements to the fire station and, of course, the fire truck. So there are things, it more or less leaves it a little open-ended at your discretion for when the time comes to use those dollars, if you so choose to. Again, first in a three-step process, there will be a public hearing on this matter, which will take place at your regularly scheduled November 18th City Council meeting. And then assuming that public hearing takes place on that date, again, we're looking at probably the second meeting in December, or again, January 2025 to get that ordinance passed, which will look very similar to this ordinance here, but with an extra 60 or so odd pages to it. And that, again, will start the 2-year window in which you've got the authority to borrow up to $4.5 million for these projects. What else can I cover?
I think that pretty well covers. We talked about the alternative financing bonds as opposed to the
Right.
the property tax funded,
Correct, that's a good point. So these will not affect property taxes. Folks in town, their property tax bills will not increase as a result of this financing. The city has demonstrated through its fiscal responsibility of being able to repay this debt through existing revenues, albeit TIF revenues, sales taxes, income taxes, things of that sort. So that's the plan as of right now, is to utilize those current revenues, not property taxes, to facilitate the improvements that are illustrated here in this ordinance.
Any questions?
No.
All right, we need a motion to approve.
Second.
Roll call?
Bergmeyer.
Aye.
Dagenhart.
Aye.
Fleur.
Aye.
Meyer.
Aye.
Roby.
Aye.
Belkin.
Aye.
Thanks, John.
You're welcome. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
having me. You're welcome. You want this turned off?
Please. Though I think it's the least of our problems electronically, so.
I got 4 little ones that put to bed.
All right.
Thank you.
Allow me to come up.
Thank
Okay, thank you for coming.
Nice to meet you. We'll be in touch, okay? Thank you.
Twenty-four 1016, discussion and possible action to approve contract for Joe Davies County Animal Control Services in the city of East Dubuque.
So this is the regular annual contract. This tells me I've been here a little while because I remember the one last year. And this is, I believe, the same deal per dog cost and per animal cost. And we pay it as we go.
Any questions?
Is this just for dogs?
No,
Animals.
animals.
Cats.
I think
I'm
dogs
reading
are,
dog, 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 dog.
I think dogs are, yeah, people don't call on cats or whatever usually.
We have a stray cat problem up on Monday.
Oh, bad. Yeah.
I think we can, they've come in before and advised on those things, but I don't know, there would be an additional cost. I don't know what the cost is on that. The normal use is dogs.
Okay.
Any further discussion?
So moved, Mayor. I'll second.
Roll call?
Dagenhart.
Aye.
Fleur.
Aye.
Meyer. Roby.
Aye.
Belkin.
Aye.
Bergmeyer.
Aye.
Twenty-four 1017, discussion and possible action to approve membership in the Illinois Municipal League Risk Management Association and authorizing the execution of an intergovernmental cooperative contract in the city of East Dubuque.
So this is our insurance for the year. Actually, I don't think it's up as much as many people have said their insurance is up. I think we were 87 last year, 88.
What's the final?
So we were 88 last year, we're 91 this year if we pay it in one time. Last year, we had no choice but to pay it in 2 payments, which increased the cost 1% above the option 2 level, the full amount level. This year, we have the cash flow to be able to save the 1% increase and get a 1% decrease. So, because we've got the funds available, we would go that route, and then our insurance would only be going up by $2,000, which is not too bad compared to what a lot of folks are seeing on insurance increases this year.
Any discussion?
Motion to approve.
I'll second.
Roll call?
Fleur.
Aye.
Meyer.
Aye.
Roby.
Aye.
Belkin.
Aye.
Bergmeyer.
Aye.
Dagenhart.
Aye.
Twenty-four 1018, discussion and possible action to accept estimate from Grant County Truck Bodies for Boss Snowplow for $9,403 in the city of East Dubuque.
So, I was looking for there we go. You've got pictures in your packet of the plow that's being replaced. It is literally rusted through.
Vent.
We checked with a couple sources, and the second source advised we go to the first source. This is a Boss plow, and this is the retailer in the area that carries that brand. If we use this type of plow, then we can keep all the rest of the frame behind it. And so there would be a significant cost to going to a different type of plow. And this is Grand County, which we use regularly on repairs and things like that. So I'm recommending that we make the purchase before snow flies.
Still moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Meyer.
Aye.
Roby.
Aye.
Belkin.
Aye.
Bergmeyer.
Aye.
Dagenhart.
Aye.
Fleur.
24-1019, discussion and approval of IEPA PWSL 17-6364 in the amount of $14,044.83, including CFPS Incorporated invoice number 4, Origin Design invoices number 80827 and 80947, and Fisher Excavating pay application number 2 in the city of East Dubuque.
This is just a regular cost that we have going through for the services from these vendors. And I don't know if you'll have questions on them, we can go through that. But you got all the invoices there from the Origin and from CFPS, for financing of our our state projects. So just payment on approved contracts.
Your motion, right?
Yep.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Roby.
Aye.
Belkin.
Aye.
Bergmeyer.
Aye.
Dagenhart.
Aye.
Fleur.
Aye.
Meyer.
Aye.
24-1020, discussion and approval of IEPA PWSL 17-6364, change order number 2, decrease in construction costs of $339,630.90 in the city of East Dubuque.
So good news, bad news story. Good news is we're saving a whole bunch of money. The bad news, it's not our money. So this is on the lead service line project that didn't turn out to be as big a project as anticipated. And so this is just a change order, putting it down to the amount that was actually required for it.
Still moved. Second.
Roll call?
Belkin.
Aye.
Bergmeyer.
Aye.
Dagenhart.
Aye.
Fleur.
Aye.
Meyer.
Aye.
Roby.
Aye.
24-1021, discussion and possible action to approve ordinance setting regular scheduled city council meetings in the city of East Dubuque.
I'm going to turn this over to the city clerk. This is just the calendar for next year's meetings, set up in the same way as the calendar for previous years and by our code. I think you said there's only one Tuesday meeting for the year. So
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Bergmeyer.
Aye.
Dagenhart.
Aye.
Fleur.
Aye.
Meyer.
Aye.
Roby.
Aye.
Belkin.
Aye.
24-1022, motion to adjourn.
Second.
Roll call?
Dagenhart.
Aye.
Fleur.
Aye.
Meyer.
Aye.
Roby.
Aye.
Belkin.
Aye.
Bergmeyer.
Aye.
adjourned. Hey, Ben,
God, I've been taking.
message
I used to get bad migraines.